Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. Hey, a 2010 Corvette, 12 years old, got 45,000 miles on the odometer, just over. I say where? How? I mean, it's unbelievable. And look how it shines. This is just a really, really pretty Corvette. Folks, welcome to Las Vegas. We're called Celebrity Cars. We're located right down the street from all the shiny buildings. You should come check us out sometime the next time you're in town. We've got Chevelles and Tuscans and old hot rods and all kinds of fancy stuff in here. You got to come check us out. Anyway, look, this Corvette's for sale. You clicked on it. You want to check it out. And it's my job to tell you the condition of it, all right? It's something you really won't find anywhere else on the internet to get and really dissect as much as we do. You know, we focus in on scratches. We do things. Sometimes it gets a little too close. It really doesn't look like that in real life unless you're standing here with a you know, bifocals. But this particular Corvette is in surprisingly good shape all the way around. I'm not really sure there's one chip in it except for normal road wear up front, which we'll look at. I don't believe there's any curb rash. We're going to look at that. The glass is in unbelievable shape. There's no spider webbing anywhere. I will say that in the clear coat, there's a couple light marks in the clear coat. What does that mean? It means it didn't go all the way down to the paint. It's really, really normal wear and tear on any automobile that's been driven, boy, off the dealership lot for a week. You run it through a car wash, you get your favorite microfiber towel out, and even those sometimes leave little marks in the clear coat. It just kind of happens. So what do? You call a fancy detailer, and they take care of all those clear coat issues. And if we have scratches or chips, that's when we're in trouble. And that's why I'm here, and that's what I want to share with you today. So come on in, we're going to hunker down on the front of this Corvette. The only blemish I can see on this entire hood here so far is this little itty bitty mark right there. Sorry to say. Could that be detailed out? It's possible. It's not a chip, it's a mark. I don't know what kind of mark it is. It could be very old bird poop that wasn't taken care of. I'm not really sure. This car's been washed, it's been clay barred, and it's had a little coat of wax put on it, but it was just done by hand. It wasn't done professionally. So, well, whatever. It wasn't done with a wheel to get off all those you know, marks out of the clear coat and such. Anyway, okay, come on down here, down front. This is where the environment smacks against the road, 45,000 miles. This is what I'm talking about. Because I just see like a little blemish. There's okay, it's a really small chip right there. Some kind of weird thing going on there. The rest of this stuff, a detailer could make vanish. That's a watermark from dripping down below. Sorry about that. You know, I could be really picky. I mean, look, I know Quincy's working with his camera right now. I'm certainly hoping that, I mean, this is all I see. That maybe a little thing, but these things are so small, little right here. This is normal road wear. I'm just showing you what's going on up front. Now, I'm going to run my hand across the lower valance here and see how much this thing has scraped against the ground during its life. And although my hands might be a little dirty, wow. Okay, Quincy, you told me not to get down on the ground anymore, but this deserves getting down on the ground. I got to look for myself. Okay, so when you run your hand across it, you don't feel anything. No big gouges or anything like that. What I do see though is, you know, like what sidewalks are made out of. This thing just kind of went pulling in and out of a driveway. I'm going to say, you know, quite a bit. But it's so faint, and like I said, it's like it's smooth down here. Just a small abrasion. I don't know, Quincy, can you get down here and look at this? I'm sorry. Just you see this little white area right here. This is just where it's gone on a driveway or you know, a curb. But it doesn't look like it barely looks like it's been smacked into anything. This is just water and gook here. But I mean, really light. None of this is damaged. None of this is spider webbed. It's beautiful. I know I'm talking a lot about it, but I know you guys are online right now looking at other Corvettes, and you're watching this, looking at this one going, well, how much better is it than the one I'm looking at? That's the name of the game, right? I see a small little mark right here while I'm down here on the ground. I think that could be detailed out as well. Now, Quincy, one more time. All you got to do is put the camera on the floor and I'm going to point. Take that. Sure. See this rubber thing across the bottom? It's like the, who cares thing, but it sticks out on both sides. And I'm telling you that over here on this one, this side is the one. It's lightly ripped. Okay, folks, this is no big deal. You never see it. Nobody ever sees it. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on with this car. Am I going to crawl under the entire car completely? No, the car doesn't deserve that. You see, it's a little banged up over here on the corner. Cripes, I don't know, $100 tops. It's a great big who cares thing, but it's there, and I'm telling you that, it's there, and it's been banged up pulling in and out of a driveway from time to time. But look at the rest of this car. I mean, it's fabulous. The headlights are still super clear. I'm not going to talk about the front of this. There's very normal light pitting in this lens, probably on both lenses, just from driving it down the road. And it's all totally normal. And I just need to emphasize that all these normal things here. It's got 45,000 miles on it, and it's a 12-year-old car, so it's going to have some things. But I'm telling you, this car barely has anything. Okay, let's work down our way down the passenger side. This fender, folks, I actually know this car pretty well. I've deeply cleaned and clay barred this whole portion of the car. I see a little bit of wear right here. This is kind of sort of normal, just road rocks picking things up. Right here, it's very, very slight, but all of this is in absolutely beautiful shape all the way down the passenger side. There's no dings. I barely see any marks in the clear coat. Everybody's been really nice with clean hands opening this up and not scratching it up real bad. This is just a really, really pretty Corvette. I'll get back to the wheels in just a second. But all the rest of this fiberglass is just absolutely perfect. Okay, let's, Quincy, this is super easy too. Let's just do a nice, folks, you just have to trust me that there's no marks back here. There's nothing. I'm not going to dissect every inch because I already know. All the way down the bottom, I got it all nice and clean. Nobody's backed in anything down here on this on these rubber panels. Nobody's banged in anything in a curb or anything. It's all beautiful shape. Come on back up here, Quincy, if you could, please. And I would like to show the clear coat matter that I was bringing up earlier. All across the back here are really, really light clear coat marks, scratches. Okay, I'll call them scratches. But these are the ones that can be removed. I can't get my fingernail in one of these things, okay? The only thing I see back here is this little mark right here. That would be a chip, and it's the only one I found on the car. I'm not normal road wear up front. I'm not calling chips. This is a chip, all right? And then you see a couple of those clear coat suckers right around it. But again, you get a fancy wheel out and, proper speeds and all that kind of stuff and knowing what you're doing, you could really make all those things go away. All right, you take a look at the rear window glass, folks. It's beautiful, holy crap. Not a mark on it. Occasionally, you'll see a couple of those little clear coat marks right around the bend. I've seen this in a lot of Corvettes that we get in here. I don't know why that's the case. I don't know why people are, maybe they're leaning over to do groceries from the side. I don't know. But they're super light as well, folks, and once again, a detailer would be able to get those out. I could only do so much by hand. And once again, let's whip all the way down this driver's side. There's a really small chip right there. We're going to get picky about it. Let's get picky about it. Look how small that is. And right here in the door, we have a small abrasion of opening and closing the door. Not down here, just right here. It's not bad. Geez, I'm even starting to think if it's wax or not, because I don't feel anything. Anyway, it's barely anything, folks. And all the way down, the rest of this side is just absolutely beautiful. I did see a clear coat mark right here while I was cleaning. I can still kind of sort of see it. Like I said, I clay barred this, and that didn't move. But I think a detailer would be able to get that out. It's not a scratch or anything like that. Okay, and all the way up front, all the body panels line up really well. I don't see any different colored grays at all whatsoever. So we're free and clear with all that stuff. Let's do the wheels real quick. Now, in these wheels, the chrome is beautiful. all the way around. I think they could use some polish and some, really good labor and shining these up even more if you're into that sort of thing. The barrels, I suggest getting these wheels taken off some point down the road and having a wheel guy shine up the interior barrels. We like to clean the barrels of the wheels here. I have this pet peeve with it. Sometimes you just can't get your hand in there. You gotta find time to take the wheels off and clean and put that stuff in there that gets that brake grime and stuff out. The owners of this car, you go to celebritycars.com to find out all that stuff. Never clean the barrels of the wheels. So, it's got a little rust looking in there. It's all removable, okay? You just need to get, spend the whole Sunday afternoon, Saturday afternoon doing it. But back to the curb rash. If this is curb rash over here, I think it's just kind of sort of crud. I don't think there's any curb rash here either. There's just some crud right here I'm trying to get off to make sure I'm not seeing stuff. I think we're good. No curb rash on that one. I see light curb rash on this one. Notice it doesn't affect the surface at all. It's just the very, very edge. It's really light, like a light mark, light mark, light mark, light mark, and then up here, there's a little bit. But nothing that needs to be fixed. This isn't. Uh-oh. That's not bad. That's perfect. As you can see in these barrels, you kind of just sort of wish they'd clean up a little bit better. Okay, I do remember, right. There's one little chip right there, one little itty bitty chunk right there. We've got a couple Corvettes in right now, folks, and I can't remember which one's got what, but a little small. It doesn't continue. Oh, crap, it does. Just a little. It's really light. Again, it doesn't affect the surface. It's just right on the edge, okay? All right, I'm glad I figured that out. All right, windshield. Okay, you ready? Small chip, small chip, small chip, small chip, small chip. And the rest of it's normal. Do you need to get that fixed? No, you don't need to get that fixed. You only see it while you're driving down the road. But I'm just telling you that it's there. While we're here, folks, please look at the top of the dashboard. It's in beautiful shape. The windshield wipers look good. And the hood. I see 1, 2, 3. Incredibly small, little, normal road wear. Something flew up in the air, an acorn, a branch, a rock off of a dump truck. We've all been there, unfortunately. Okay, side mirrors look good. Oh, side mirrors in really good shape. I think I remember the side mirrors. They got a little bit of wax residue down there. It's no big deal. Quincy, you don't have to come over unless I have to report back. You know what? There's 2 small chips back here too, folks. There's that one right here. I'm sorry to race you around, Quincy. One right here and a really light one right there. They're very faint. I'm being really picky. Please bear with me. All right. So this is the kind of stuff that we show here at Celebrity Cars, folks, because the other guy's not going to show you these things. It's just the car's going to show up and all these things and be like, oh, the gray one at Celebrity Cars had so many less scratch and chips. See, that's just trying to explain it. This interior's in great shape. Very minimal wear. This bolster getting in and out of the car surprisingly has no wear whatsoever. This has a little bit of wear getting in and out. Well, Quincy will come over and show it to you in just a moment. I do see a couple of those normal wrinkles of getting in and out of the passenger seat. That's just normal. I know, let's do this. This is important. Sometimes I forget to do this. Listen. Plenty of moisture, plenty of leather. It's beautiful. It's nothing's all dried up. Over here, same result. Same thing. I'll get out of the way. Quincy, you can show them the bolster. It's in perfect condition. You can show them the minor wear on the plastic of getting in and out of the car. It's not terrible, folks. There's no great big gouges, but you can see where feet are going in and out and in and out and in and out. Please look at the door panel. It seems to be in really, really nice shape. There's no great big major discolorations. There might be a small mark down here from me getting in and out of the car earlier, so sorry about that with my black shoes on today, but that stuff wipes off. We all know that. When we get in the car, when we do the test drive around the block, we'll look at the dashboard, a little more detail and all that stuff. And once again, remember, you can go to celebritycars.com and look up detailed pictures of this really cool Corvette. I'm going to get the key while Quincy shows you and pop the trunk. For some reason, I can't remember to bring the key with me. Okay, the remote works for the trunk. Saw your carpet back here. It's like a first aid kit and a couple paper towels in there. It looks like a small hole right here, folks. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. The rest of it's beautiful. Small little hole right here. And here's a flashlight. Anyway, it looks like we got little compartments back here. We're in good shape. Got to talk to our detailers about cleaning up this, whatever. Okay. Not as clean as I wanted it to be, but it looks great. I don't see, we'll get that cleaned up, folks. Sorry about that. Aye. Okay. Over here, you can see some abrasions of getting in and out of the car too. They're really, really light. Other than that, the carpet looks great. There's no stains on that tan leather in here. The center console looks good. Passenger side looks great. Let's look at the motor. LS3. Well, it's not a slouch, folks, and it's super nice and clean in here. It looks great. Very well kept automobile, and it certainly looks it. I can't get over the condition of the, folks, 45,000 miles and that little wear on a Corvette is actually really, really something. I mean, sometimes you get Corvette owners that really care about their cars, and they take really, really good care of them, and this is the end result. When they go to sell it, we're lucky enough to have one of the nice ones. And that's what this is. Okay. Next up, we're going to take it for a quick lap around the block. We're going to go through the gears. We're going to hit the brakes, make sure they're nice and smooth, make sure this is a safe operating vehicle. We don't need the air conditioner today, but we might check it out real quick. Make sure the wheels don't wobble, all those things. We'll be right back. We're going to go around the block. Go. Oh, hi. Okay, folks, welcome back. 2010 Chevrolet Corvette. Once again, go to Celebrity Cars to see about 80 plus photographs of this beautiful ride. I see no additional blemishes in here. The gauges all look awesome. It is off at the moment. On star up here, very today. Very, very pleasant in here. It's just a beautiful, I see no abrasions. It looks just as good as new in here. It really does. Okay, clutch is in. Waiting for the odometer to spit out the miles to me. So far, it's not spitting any miles to me. Trip odometer, let's hit this. The odometer shows 45,294. How about that? Oh man, folks, I've been talking about, I won't get into it again, but this is in beautiful shape. Clutch is in. First gear, off we go. It's very quiet. Heads-up display. I love heads-up display. Got the RPMs on it, spit out the speed limit, G's. 40 miles an hour, hit the brakes real good. Whoa, man, this is a nice Corvette. Does everything it's supposed to do, folks. Brakes are perfect, no wobble, the brake pedal, no funny noises, no squeaks. Back on the gas. We're gonna go over 2 speed bumps right now, see if we can find any additional rattles. Nice. It's a very quiet Corvette. Very fast, quiet Corvette. How fast? No, we're not gonna find out. But we're gonna get on a little bit here, see if we can wake up this V8, this LS3 just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Nice car. I've been really liking Corvettes recently. I'm a Camaro Firebird guy, if anybody gives a rat's ass. And this is very, very pleasant to drive. It's not too much suspension where you feel every crack and ant that you hit in the road. It's just very, very pleasant and really fast. I barely got on the gas pedal at all, folks, so don't think this is any kind of slouch, that's for sure. There you have it. All my gauges look great. Turn on the radio here. Quincy, this is called rap. This is back when music was cool. All right, I don't know why Rat's playing right now, but that was pretty darn cool. Everything looks great, folks. Give us a call, 702-818-1031. I might just keep this Vette only because I turned on it's playing rap. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I'm done geeking out. Give us a call. This Vette could be yours. See you next time.